What is going on, No Horsing Around family? Just wanted to hop on here. Carson Wentz returns to practice. Today he came out. That was the $1,000,000 question. Everybody wanted to know, could Carson Wentz's body rebound fast enough to even have a chance to play this Sunday in this crucial matchup? And in my estimation, if we lose this football game, it's a very, very large hill that we'll have to go up. So if he can play, that's great. I think that kind of diminishes some of the people's thoughts that, he's not a tough guy. I think he's going out there and he's going to try to gut this thing out. Now the big thing is how will his ankles respond after going out there and putting a little bit of pressure on him today? I think tomorrow, this next 24 hours, crucial 24 hours for Carson Wentz. Been a lot of talk, Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero talking about, Brett Hundley possibly taking over that role as a starting quarterback if he can't go. One thing I'll be interested in, and I want you guys to like the comments up like you always do. Do you think they're going to make Brett Hundley active this week? Like, would that not be a telling sign to say, hey, if Carson does get hurt, they want Brett Hundley to come out there and be the guy to take over for him, minus Jacob Eason? How does that make this organization look? How does that make Chris Ballard, the ultimate decision maker who has decided Jacob Eason was your backup, to let a practice squad guy come in, take all of the reps all week long for the most part? And that's been the thing from, indie media, local media, and national media. That's not just something that somebody's blown up and ran off and taken somewhere. I think that's real. I mean, they've given, Brett Hundley, the chance to do this. Now, next question, is that a smokescreen? Is that something that Carson Wentz, always knew all along the plan was to go out here on Friday? Did the Colts organization know that, hey, we're going to give it a go on Friday, but we want to put this smokescreen? Let them prepare for all three quarterbacks. Let them prepare and just not know who's going to go out there. Obviously, tomorrow is going to be the key to knowing whether Carson's going to play or not. For me, I think it's so crucial if you can build this game plan around the running game. We know they're going to load the box, right? Like, we just know they're going to load that box, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes you just have to be better. And today, no matter who the guy is taking the snaps, whether it be Hundley, whether it be Eason, whether it be Wentz, you've got to run the football, man. You've got to give your quarterback an opportunity to not take those hits. I mean, it's just bad for whomever's going to be dropping back there. And can you imagine a Jacob Eason, in a stationary situation where he just gets pummeled, kind of like he did in the preseason? Brett Hundley, I know they like the fact that he can move around a little bit more. He's not what I would call he's not like a Lamar Jackson, esque quarterback, but he can move. We saw that in the preseason a little bit, and he's got experience starting football games. He's actually, I think he's 3-6 lifetime as a starter. So he's started football games. He's won football games in the NFL. It's never been beautiful. But that being said, he still has went out there and done his job. I'll say that right now, as we speak, we're recording this. What is it, 2:54 on a Friday? Colts Nation's got to take a big, deep breath and feel pretty good about the opportunity for Carson Wentz to possibly be able to go out there. You want to think that he'll at least be able to start this football game on the road. Tennessee, our biggest rival, and a team that honestly, at Tennessee, we've actually played pretty well, historically on the road against Tennessee. It's kind of a weird matchup. They tend to beat us here, and we tend to beat them there. We split a lot. There for years, we just owned them. We just beat them every single time, and they finally kind of got over that hump. And we know there's a little bit of bad blood. Mike Vrabel is not a coach that I like a whole lot. He just gets you to stomp. He gets people to stomp on, teams' logos. He wants to build that, that bad boy mentality. He wants his team to be like him. He wants them to play nasty like he does. And I think it's time for our offensive line to step up and play nasty. I think big Q5-6. You've got Fisher, who I feel comfortable, going out there and playing probably full go, I would think. In most instances, at least 80-90% of the snaps, you got to believe he's going to take most of those snaps this week. Last week went over good. He looked good on that side. The big question is, who are you going to start on that right side? Are you going to go back with Davenport again and just help all day long? Are you going to give another guy a shot to step up? I had a mention, got the show that we really like, Cody Felger, mentioned, Will Freeze. What about? Could he do any worse? I think that's a valid point. I think that's something we need to kind of consider as we go through this. And then also, Xavier Rhodes, man. Xavier Rhodes is practicing. He looks like he's on track to make his first start of the NFL. And guys, I cannot stress how big Xavier Rhodes coming out and playing this football game is to our football team against a team that has two really good weapons at the wide receiver position. And I think you're going to see if Xavier Rhodes has even 80, 90% health this week, you're going to see our passing defense become much tighter. Matt Eberflus is going to trust that back end a little bit differently. He's been really scared to use that back end the way he normally does. That Kenny Moore gets to slide back into his natural position a lot more. Big day. I mean, you got Xavier Rhodes, you got Carson Wentz coming back. Braden Smith doesn't look like he's going to be a go as we're recording this podcast. But yeah, light us up in the comments. We want to get a great conversation going. We love interacting with you. At Colts Nation 365. You can follow Stephen Burton 86 on Twitter. Like, rate, review, share, subscribe. Join the No Horsing Around family. I think they're right over here. Join us, man. Come on, be a part of this team. Use your voice, because that's what we always do. We take our voices to use your voice. Until next time, thanks so much, guys.